Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Well, I just got out of the water. Awesome, just terrific body surfing session right over there. Here, my favorite cove, Shaw's Cove, here in incredible Laguna Beach. Hey, get out of the way, Kurt. Let's show the beautiful Shaw's Cove right there. Just great. The El Nino has begun. El Nino being the child. The warm water coming up from Mexico. Oh, look at this. Isn't this nice? You see that the waves have been coming up here. I better watch it. The bigger ones are coming all the way up. And El Nino's been coming up and bringing the warm water. I mean, it is like bath water right now out there. It is. You can literally spend your time out there like a bath all afternoon. I just got out for a little bit to make this video, and then I'm back in the water for some more body surfing. It's my day off, my Friday off, and I got the weekend to come. Looking forward to a good one with the family. Wow, look at these waves. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I wanted to make my, I thought I'd make an 18-month status report. It's been 18 months since I left Japan. Excuse me if I'm spitting, I still have salt water all over me. And came to come here. Not to the plant, but to the good old USA. And I thought I'd make a little report about how things have gone so far in 18 months back in the United States. Oh, look at this, wow. Rolling, baby. Wow. I see that person body surfing right over there. Can you see the guys in the waves? Nice. Well, I would say that this is the story that began with excitement, was off to a very rocky beginning, a long, boring, interminable middle, seemingly interminable middle, hesitant, nauseating at times, final chapter, and then just a delightful ending. Oh my gosh, look at that over there. See the surfers? Let them get all wet. I can never stay on task with this stuff. This big wave's coming. I'm not careful, it's gonna wash me away. Woo! Oh my goodness, I am in the middle of it now. I better watch it. So, I really am in the middle of it. Look at this. So, like I was saying, so when I first came back to the United States, it was really hard. I had a really hard time adjusting at first. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Trying to get my equilibrium here at work, equilibrium at home, trying to find a place to live, trying to get a car, get a driver's license. All that stuff was just incredibly difficult. And then that led into, like I said, the long period of waiting while we worked through the visa stuff. And you guys, if you followed the videos, you know how all that was. And there were so many times during that part where I would have turned back if I'd had the chance. Literally would have gotten on a plane and gone back to Japan if I'd been able. But it was a one-way ticket for me. I knew there was no way that I could do that. Looking back, you know, and I had gotten this state of mind where I wasn't going to live until my family was with me again. And then, although I made some forays out to the desert, it just wasn't the same. It was like a kind of a fugue state, you know, I want to say it was like death. It wasn't like that at all. You know, how do I describe it? It was a limbo. It was like a purgatory. I shouldn't use words like that. It wasn't that bad. I mean, the whole time, none of us were hungry, none of us were homeless, none of us, you know what I mean? I always like to say that stuff, but relatively speaking for us, it was like that. It felt like that. So, you know, keeping all things relative, you know, of course. Like I always like to keep in mind, there are people out there who are truly suffering compared to the mildly difficult transitional phases that I'm going through with all this. But, you know, my own world is my own relative world. And then when I finally started to adjust to work, and that took a long time. And you know, the American communication patterns and how to get by here. And I didn't know what was going on. My daughter and I were separating apart. We were growing further. We had begun growing apart in Japan because of the cultural divide. And I could feel that happening, expanding even more because of the literal divide. And that worried me. I wondered if we could recover that. I wondered what was going to happen when they get here if she doesn't like it in particular. I knew Yumiko would be okay because she'd lived here before. She knew what she was getting herself into. Little did I know that the opposite would be true. It was both Yumiko and I, the ones that we weren't worried about, that had the hardest time. And Emily, the one that we were worried about, had to date, seemingly has had absolutely no problem at all. It's nothing that she's letting on to us. And she's pretty good about telling us what's up. So, there we go. And then the transition, they showed up. And that was really hard. I didn't tell you guys about a lot of that. I kind of went dark for a month on everything. You know, I left Facebook and I left beer back in February. About the time that I knew when they were coming. And I did that on purpose because I had done that. I had lost so much time with them that I didn't want to be distracted by looking at a little screen or you know, by coming home and having a beer and going to bed early. I didn't want to lose any of that time. So I gave up both beer and social media for that. Now, good decisions. Really, really good decisions, both of them. Those have been proven very fruitful. But the thing that was really hard was getting the first 60 days with the family here. We were lost. We didn't know what we were up to. We didn't know what was happening. Things seemed to be going okay, but we were getting tossed about in the confusion and the mess and the anxiety of getting started. All that stuff. It really got to us. And I didn't realize at the time that while Yumiko and I were so focused on Emily, it was us that were having the hardest time, like I said before. It's because of our age. We've done this, like I said, we've done this before. This is our 4th time. And all the other previous 3 times were so much easier, but it was our age that did it. I will never do this again. I'm too old for this kind of stuff. Fortunately, Emily has adjusted just fine. She's like us in our youth. The adjustment, and not only is she adjusting, she's thriving. She is really integrating. And middle school was a good idea to send her to middle school for a month. That was good. High school has been just really, really good. She's I mean, if I sound like I'm going on and on, it's just because it's just blowing my mind. So here we are, 16 months in. Family's been back almost May, June, July, August. Going on May, June, July, August. Going on 4.5 months. And if I had to, let me see, what can I say? What more can I say without repeating myself? Because it's just kind of, you know, that's what it is. What it is. Prospects I think are really good. Yumiko is looking for a job now. We're hoping that she'll have one soon. Emily, like I said, seems to be off and running at school. She has more friends than I can keep track of anymore. She's part of the Japanese club at school. She's got her international friends. She's got her Native American, not Native American, but her native-born American friends. Her friends here are a whole mix. She's also keeping in touch with all of her friends in Japan, her connections there. You know, the internet is one element that we hadn't really considered, where she's got her Twitter and her Line, and she actually has her, and she's expanding off into YouTube now, which I don't, we'll see how that goes. But the main thing is that she's growing into this, and what I'm discovering with my little girl is, wow, what a human being she is, because I never really knew her that well after her little years because of the language barrier, but now we talk a lot and we share a lot. I come home, we go for long walks, and I'm getting to know her so well, and wow, what a human being she is. What an incredible person. I'm so privileged to get to know her and to have this time with her. So I think the prospects for the future are good. I think we made it. If I can use it, one more last thing to give an analogy, it feels like this. It felt like coming back to America was like a great chasm, and to get across, I had to take a running jump all by myself, and I leapt across that chasm and flew through the air, literally, got to the other side, hit the other side, and kind of like scrambling up the side of a wall, you know, with my nails crashing against the side, you know, rocks falling down, and I got up, just got under the top, and then managed to pull myself up and over the lip of onto America, into this strange new side. Everything was different and weird and strange and familiar and all that stuff. And here comes a big wave. And then I threw a line back to my daughter, my wife, back in Japan, and prepared it so that they could shimmy across. And then my wife carried the weight for so many years over there, for 14, however many months it was. And then she shimmied across that line, carrying our daughter on her back. And they made it over here. We all stood over here with just a suitcase each, blinking. But where the hell are we? What is this thing that we've done? Can we go back? No, there's no chance. And here we are. And now this is our new life. This is our new world. And I would have to say that if I had to rank this in my 18-month rating, if I had to rank this on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, whoa, this water's almost pulling me out. 1 being I would want to go back to Japan. I wish I had never done it. And 10 being I'm going to get washed off this rock. I'm going to brace myself. Wow. Woo! It's really getting me here. I got to finish this video. If I were 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 12. I'm not exaggerating. This has exceeded my expectations in every way. The community that we're living in is phenomenal. It's safe. The schools are great. The human dynamics are great. The cultural conditions are fabulous. I mean, if it sounds like I'm just going on and on, I'm really not exaggerating. It all has just worked out that well. And I know that life is full of challenges. Rough stuff's to come, but this is one gamble that has really paid off, and I'm really glad that we made it. And now I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go swim, go do more body surfing into the sunset, and then go back home and join my family. And we're going to come on back down here in the morning. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for joining me for this adventure. The Return to the America playlist will continue as I continue recording the experiences of getting acclimated here, and then we'll see what goes from there. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.